It's all very distressing and gave me palpitations. And especially concerning the mail reached me not long ago. Attached were some highly sensitive UCA documents on BBs and chiral communications technology, including classified records of the BBs who were sacrificed to build the foundation of the chiral network.
Yeah.
These extraordinary children, the catalyst required the network to route data through the beach. They served as a bridge between the beach and our world, hence the bridge making moniker. They were originally intended for the sole purpose of sustaining the chiral network. I'd like to discuss the implications of these records in my possession, but before that, I can tell you how bridge babies were developed in more detail, if you wish. R&D commenced shortly after Death Stranding was first observed. The inciting incident having occurred during the performance of a caesarean section to save the child of a brain-dead mother. But perhaps the rest should be explained by someone who remembers the period. If you're willing to indulge me.
I can't speak with any authority, but if you insist. When the obstetrician touched the fetus during the procedure, it's said they glimpsed the beach. Subsequent research revealed that the unborn children and still mothers possessed a special connection to the place. While communications utilizing the beach had been theorized, the framework was incomplete. These children proved to be the missing link. Afterwards, development of the chiral network began in earnest, or so I'm told.
Wait, I have a question.
By all means.
What about when I was putting Mexico on the grid? Or my work in Australia? Have I been condemning kids this whole time?
Worry not, Sam. The new Cupid model does not require a human catalyst. You can be assured of that.
Bridget was president when this all began, and she wouldn't permit women to be deliberately rendered brain-dead in order to produce BBs. But the Bridges researchers were not deterred, and they pressed on with their plan in spite of the president's misgivings. To secure test subjects, it seems Bridges smuggled pregnant women into the country from Mexico, among other places. Consequently, they were able to produce the BBs needed to make the chiral network a reality. And 4 years ago, the first Bridges expedition embarked on their journey. This is what I received from the sacrificial BBs. Including backups, a total of 10 units were prepped for integration, but only 9 were used to lay the foundations of the North American network. I attempted to ascertain the whereabouts of the 10th, to no avail. But as drawbridge, we should have a higher security clearance than me personally. Just to be prudent, would you mind running a search? As Deadman determined, there was another BB-28 that existed before Lou, which was decommissioned. Fragile later discovered that, 4 years ago, Lou was assigned BB-28 serial number, and for reasons unknown, placed into storage. Now, the first expedition also set off 4 years ago, and they could surely have made use of another functional BB unit, yet again, for reasons unknown, Lou remained in storage. So did they have other plans for Lou? Was Lou deemed unsuitable for sacrifice? Or was Lou excluded from the mission for some other reason?
Like what?
Cardiac arrest imminent. 30 seconds remaining.
Not finding anything here. All the official records claim BB-28 was decommissioned. That's it. There's also nothing to suggest a connection between the missing BB and Lou.
Still, we know for a fact that they played a part in the first BB experiments. So we have to ask the question, Did Lou play one too?
3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Rainey.
You slept well, yes? Then you'll only need a short break before we can get to work. I feel as though I've seen those glasses before. Hartman's condition is cause for concern. There's no sugarcoating the tremendous strain he's putting on his body. His is undeniably one of the hardest 21-minute syndromes to live with. The regular disruption to his circulatory system and the flow of blood is damaging all of his organs. And let's not forget that the heart itself has a great many pain receptors. A part of me wishes I could swap places with him. Not that my body could ever serve as a suitable substitute for his. I don't really have anything else to say right now.
kind of cargo.
Just month, I mean.
Now, who was that?
Sam, the next major site to be linked to the Chiral network is in the eastern reaches of the continent, East Fort Knott. Our original plan would have had us route a connection through North Fort Knott, allowing for a simple and direct trip. Unfortunately, that city was completely obliterated by a void out. As a result, we have had to devise a new approach, utilizing a series of connections between preppers in the region. Easier said than done, of course. Some of these preppers are currently refusing to join the network. But according to APAS's latest simulations, enlisting the cooperation of the pizza chef should enable us to win over these holdouts. Your first objective is therefore to bring the pizza chef online. And it just so happens that the cargo he's requested is being stored at this very facility. It's been designated a chilled delivery due to its sensitivity to heat, so you should transport it at night or in the rain. Or perhaps take advantage of a pickup off-roader's covered cargo shelf, which should ensure it doesn't get exposed to direct sunlight. Undertake the main order on this delivery terminal when you're ready.
Commencing route creation. This cargo has been designated for chilled delivery.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Wowzer!
Anybody out there? Just move over.
Sam, I don't recognize that device over there. Proceed with caution. Sam, something appears to be approaching us. It exploded! Is it some sort of homing landmine? Sam, we're in serious danger here.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Welcome and thank you for coming. I'll inspect your cargo. Excellent work. This cargo is in perfect condition. I knew you would arrive soon. You are a very dependable man. Please, connect me to this network of yours. Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thank you. This technology is remarkable. I expect I'll receive plenty of new business. And speak of the devil, a new order just came in now. I look forward to seeing you again soon, Sam.
Excellent work, Sam. You made a big difference today. According to APAS's analysis, pizza-hungry individuals in the area could prove instrumental in the further expansion of the Cairo network. Anyway, let's press on to the next site awaiting you and your Cupid, shall we? It bears mentioning that the denizen located there has a reputation as a very cautious individual. Take care not to give them cause to doubt your intentions. Go ahead and pick up your new main order from the delivery terminal on site, so we can get underway.
Wait. Is this what I think it is? Is this a pizza made by you-know-who? I'll confirm order status right away. Don't want that pie to get cold on me. Now that's fast. And I mean really fast. Spot. I'd like you to connect my shelter to the chiral network.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I'm really online. Incredible. Oh, I've just shared my chiral bridge schematic with you. You should be able to build it right away if you happen to have a level 2 PCC in your possession. These bridges can be crossed more quickly than standard ones, though they won't function properly when it's raining. They're a little something I whipped up as a thank you. Really didn't take very long either. You know, that pizza really made my day. Actually, I'm the one who built his restaurant's oven. Glad to see that he's been making the most of it. It's not easy being an architect these days. I just wish I had the freedom to do my job properly. Well, once you've constructed the foundation, it generates a chirogram that functions as a bridge. They're useful when there's limited space to build, or when you need to traverse a gap with a difference in elevation. I also added some modifications that allow you to cross these bridges more quickly. But since high concentrations of chiralium destabilize chirograms, chiral bridges won't function when it's raining or snowing. It's a safety restriction, implemented to prevent accidents. Even so, these bridges should still come in very handy. Well, we did it together. It was a passion project. We had to refine the design over and over until the pizzas came out just right. We got there in the end, though. That first pie we had together was unforgettable. If I close my eyes, I can still remember how it tasted. Because mine is a dying art. There was a time when I believed that nothing was higher than architect. But now, whatever I make will succumb to timefall or be destroyed in a void out. New structures can be fabricated with data shared throughout the network, which is terrific. But this just means there's no longer any need for me to actually build something with my own two hands. I don't know how I should feel about having fewer opportunities to practice my craft. It's nice getting a chance to talk with someone else. Pay me a visit again sometime.
Feels good.
Appreciate the help.
Thanks for the help. Thanks, guys. You're mine. Gotcha.
Snag.
Look that one.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Hey, come and get me.
Creatures can travel in groups of several hundred individuals. If you intend to face them, explosive ordnance is your only viable option. Take out as many as you can at once.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
これは調査に使えるわ。みんなと話もできるしね。ご褒美ってことでステルスしやすくなる静音設計のアサルトライフルと足音を抑えられるブーツ、そして AI カモフラの柄をプレゼントフォーユー。その柄のスーツを着るとなんとモグラ地雷の AI カメラに認識されなくなるペコ。もうモグラ地雷にドドドって追いかけられることは絶対にね。最近この辺やばいんだよね。無人兵器がいたなんて噂もあって、自衛策は取ったんだけど不安で寝不足なんだわ。でもあんたの荷物で元気が出たペコ。お礼ってわけじゃないけどバンバン使ってほしいペコ。まあね。自分の身は自分で守るしかないペコじゃん。だって危ないんだもん。データを分析して使いこなすのが得意だから、それでちょっと作ってみたペコ。敵として定義した相手を AI カメラが自動判定して地面の中を進んで敵にドーン。途中で撃たれることもなし。かわいそうだけど普通に上がって近寄らんでしょ。まさか超えてくる人がいるとはね。ありがたかったペコだけど。モグラ地雷はペコーラが作ったの。なのに外の人たちが使ってるなんて。なんでかわかんないけど誰かがデータを漏らしたって考えるしかないペコじゃん。ふざけんな。まあこれからはいざとなったら戦うしかないペコ。最終手段徹底抗戦で戦うペコ。あんたのおかげでその覚悟ができたペコね。最近よく見るんだよね、メカっぽいやつら。持ってる武器も見たことないし、あんなん誰が作って操ってるのかわけわかんないんだけど。だがしかしこれはレアな研究対象と言えなくもないペコ。好きあらば奴らの武器を解析してその技術を生かしてやるペコ。あんたに提供した武器もあんたのおかげで作れたんだから。これからも何か作れたら知らせるペコ。ほんとサンキューペコ。モグラ地雷を止めたから帰りは安心ペコ。おつペコでした。バイバイ。
Great job as always, Sam. I'm guessing you must be pretty tired. Get yourself back to the GHV Magellan and take a break. Oh, and tomorrow seems to be more talkative lately. Maybe the two of you could find time for a chat.
Order completed. Well done.
What is tomorrow? We didn't have that where I came from. I don't understand what it means.
You know what will happen to these buds? They will turn into flowers. In the space of a day, they'll have completely changed. Living things can't help but change, you see. They can't stay the same forever.
But where I came from, nothing ever changed. So does that mean I'm not alive?
Listen. You are alive. The person you were yesterday is different from the one you are today, and the one you'll be tomorrow. You're changing. That's what living is. To change and to embrace change. To transform.
Is this what my tomorrow will be?
Yesterday becomes today, which in turn becomes tomorrow. They're all connected, for better or worse. And death is not the end.
Death is not the end.
Welcome back, Sam. You should get some rest.
All right. Good night.
Sam, it's Charlie. Your assistance has been personally requested once more. Access the data scientist's delivery terminal to undertake this main order. One more thing. The details of this particular order merit careful review. Or so I've been informed. Don't let them down, Sam.
Good morning, Sam. So that was the esteemed data scientist. They didn't take much convincing to become a part of the chiral network after all, did they? I suppose the appeal of APAS's analytical capabilities was too much to ignore. And they must be quite the fan of pizza, too. The considerable weight of our last delivery did not escape my notice. Just how many pizzas do you think the chef was able to pack into that container? Huh. A suit that prevents its wearer from being recognized by AI cameras. Eyes are the most prominent sensory organ of many life forms. Those of us who specialize in psychology often learn a great deal about them. You see, what the eye and the camera perceive is compared against past experiences and data to yield a conclusion. Perhaps this suit exploits a flaw in how AI cameras perform this function. Which is to say, you shouldn't presume you won't show up on these cameras. But I think it may utilize a form of optical jamming to obfuscate your appearance. In this way, it ensures the system doesn't interpret you as an intruder. Come to think of it, I see that the armed survivalists have gotten their hands on a new assortment of weapons. And our own arsenal has since been expanded, courtesy of the pizza chef. People seem less and less inclined to give others the benefit of the doubt these days. I fear it's going to continue to get harder to earn the trust of strangers in the future.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I should teach Samara a few things, but to do that, I need to do some studying myself. Can you take a look at this?
Tell me, Sam, have you been having distressing dreams again lately? You know, nightmares can be indicative of the brain's internal struggles as we attempt to come to terms with traumatic events. By taking our memories of recent events and shuffling them in this fashion, we attempt to find ways of coping with them. Nevertheless, it can be an unpleasant experience. I hope you can get some restful sleep soon.
I was thinking, I should teach Samara a few things, but to do that, I need to do some studying myself. Can you take a look at this? I see. Thanks for the input. Have a safe trip, Sam.
Later.
Okay, tomorrow. Let's continue.
I don't wanna.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank you.
This one's for you.
Well done, Sam. That's the last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
これはまだだ。プレゼントフォーユー。そのギャップはペコーラからの感謝の気持ちペコ。あんたの熱意から生まれたものとも言える。それをかぶればスタミナが少し減りにくくなるペコ。体を大事にね。ほんとサンキューペコ。
Order completed. Well done.
サムペコ。
You have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
That one.
Wowzer!
All that I want is a home beside the woods, and a woman that I can love. And all of the days are nothing but a haze on the even rows of chairs. And in the heart you look alright. And in the heart we
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
This door appears to be locked. We'll need a passcode of some sort to open it. don't know the number, do you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Charlie specifically tell us to check something before we accepted this order? I remember now, Sam. Charlie gave us explicit instructions to carefully review the order information. Does that ring a bell? You might as well check the details via your ring terminal. That did it, Sam.
Thank you. I'll get this cargo processed right away. I'd say this is practically perfect. I had a feeling you were the right porter for the job. We've been waiting eagerly for your arrival. We're ready to join the chiral network. We appreciate your help. Before you go, I have another favor to ask of you. In private, where we won't be overheard. There's a back room just past that terminal. I'll be waiting.
Order completed. Well done.
What is this? We came here in peace.
It's all right. They don't mean us any harm. You must be Sam. Thank you. Couldn't have been easy getting here. Folks call me the doctor. My sisters and I don't normally allow men inside, but for patients we make an exception. It's clear you've suffered greatly for this child's sake. Haven't you? May I, Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, these. They're chiral hands. So your BB's passed on.
You have dooms then, I take it.
I do. And it's given me an unusual gift. I can remove a BB from a still mother's womb without resorting to invasive surgery, and safely place it in a pod with minimal distress to the fetus.
Without using any tools whatsoever? So you're a psychic surgeon then?
A psychic midwife is what they call me. When I was with Bridges, I used these techniques to remove BBs from their mothers. Sam, you may be suffering from persistent, complex bereavement disorder.
Is that why you called me here? To tell me I got issues?
Sam, we're the motherhood.
The what now?
This shelter is a safe space for mothers.
Women and children would come here seeking peace. They also came because I could examine still babies. I'd move the fetus to a pod and perform what I would call a transposed screening.
I guess that's why they call you doctor. So, are you saying your technique allows you to treat still baby syndrome?
A BB pod is functionally no different than an incubator. And I was eager to bring our unborn children into the world. So, I thought I would give this little one a chance. Still baby or no, I was convinced I could bring a fetus to term outside the womb. So I placed him in the pod. And a moment later, his heart started beating. And then, after 3 minutes, it stopped. I tried as quickly as I could to get him back in the womb, but it was too late. the still baby was no longer viable. I'm sorry, Caesar. Over time, I tried to refine the pod tech to find a way to help women and their children. But treatment and life extension are impossible. All I could do was look. Even so, word got around and mothers in need of support started coming here. But unfortunately, not long after, men came knocking too. Men who wanted women. What could I do? I was only a doctor who delivered babies. And nothing more. Luckily, I had strong women around me. Mothers who were willing to stand up and fight for the sake of us all.
But as soon as we decided to take up arms, our man friends only got bolder.
If we don't fight back, they'll enslave us.
We can't and won't lay down our arms till our safety is guaranteed.
Where'd you get your hardware?
Weapons factory's been pumping them out non-stop. That's why all the locals around here are toting new toys. Got plenty more of their new releases in the armory downstairs.
Sam, we want you to shut down their operation and halt the spread of weapons.
Stop them, please.
Please.
Prior to proceeding, we'll need to confirm the precise location of the factory. Let's make our way back to the DHV Magellan, Sam.
Sam, wait.
Yeah.
There. All finished.
Sam, this is Tarman. We've got an emergency on our hands here. I'm afraid the DHV Magellan is out of action. We can't move an inch. A cursory inspection confirmed that some critical parts of the propulsion system have become clogged up with tar. Our usual decontamination methods won't cut it. We'll need a special tar dissolvent to clear out the blockage. The F2 South Distribution Centre was kind enough to source some for us. I'd like you to pick up the order on site, collect the cargo, and bring it back to the ship. Meanwhile, we'll be doing everything we can to keep ourselves from sinking further into the tar, as well as gathering information on the weapons factory. Don't let us down, Sam.
Sam a hot spring. Shall we take a dip?
Yeah, feels nice.
Woo!
Yeah, enjoy it while you can, Sam.
Huh? It's pulling us in! Where in the world are we?
Wait, are you Sam? Where did you come from just now? Did you perhaps arrive here by way of a hot spring? If so, then we have much to discuss. Would you be so kind as to access the delivery terminal? Whenever you have a moment, that is. Oh, excuse me. Nice to meet you. Oh, wait. We've met before. At this very facility, in fact. You might remember? My hand, at least. How's our mutual friend doing? Hartman and I have been working together to study water samples collected on the beach. So, you actually managed to jump here from the Miracle Spring. I knew it! I'd always theorized the existence of incredibly strong overlaps between this world and the beach. Places where a special kind of hot spring would emerge through the tar currents. Similar to the plate gates, but on a smaller scale. In principle, a person could use one to ride the currents within the Earth and jump to other connected springs. Just like you did. In fact, I dug that spring you used in order to test this theory. And now, I want to confirm if it holds true for different locations. I'd love it if you were able to help, Sam. I'll add the necessary functions to your PCC. Just so you know, I've added hot spring digger functions to the level 2 PCC. You now have the ability to identify a suitable location and commence excavation. Once a hot spring has been completed, feel free to take a dip and relax. I should mention that these springs are invaluable from my beach water research. As a hydrologist, they're a critical resource. So, if I may ask, Sam, would you be willing to use my digger to find and excavate hot springs throughout the continent? Please report back to me if you do dig any. I'll make sure to reward you for your efforts. Once you've readied your level 2 PCC and selected the digger, listen for pulses alerting you to underground water sources nearby. Pulses become more frequent as you move closer to a source, so wait until the interval between them is as short as possible before finally picking a spot to dig. Once you commence construction, the process is automated. All you need to do is wait for the hot spring to percolate to the surface. The digger will also remove any dangerous contaminants from the water. This means that as soon as the hot spring is ready, you can wade right in. Sources can be found everywhere, but depending on the location, the resulting spring will have different properties. I'm also thinking of adding a feature that will let you customize aspects of the springs you dig. Perhaps that will give you something to look forward to as well. The waters of the beach and our world circulate within the same system. As a hydrologist, I study this system. The hot springs of the Australian continent are the product of underground beach water that has been heated by dark currents. But there's more to it than that. A space-time phenomenon, similar to plate gates, has been observed at the points where hot springs emerge. In other words, it seems to be possible to jump between hot springs linked via the dark currents. I had been meaning to test this theory, but then you took the initiative and proved the truth for me. From what I saw earlier, it seems the teleportation process has no adverse effect on you. But just remember that you won't be able to take all types of cargo when you jump. Said cargo will be left behind at the hot spring you jumped from. It should be automatically stored in the digger's private locker, though. Make sure that you don't forget about it afterwards. Were you at all interested in digging hot springs? If so, there's a promising site I've identified. It's to the northwest of here. My analysis suggests that a potential source should be present in that vicinity. I'll post a formal aid request shortly, so consider heading in that direction and testing out the hot spring digger. If you do end up digging one, don't forget to return and inform me of your accomplishment. In your own time, of course. I'm not planning on going anywhere for the foreseeable future.
Order accepted. Thank you.
What's this, brick? Now this is living.
I feel reborn.
Yeah. Soak it in. Enjoy it while you can. There. Yeah.
Sam, have you thought about using transponders? Might make your life easier.
discuss your orders and requests.
I appreciate you coming at night. Taking a look at the orders now. Well, look at what you brought me. I didn't. I've made great strides in my work thanks to you, and want to give you this data as thanks. I am increasing the amount of materials you can use here. My way of...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The schematic I've showed is for a refined extra battery. It boasts increased capacity, despite not being any bigger than the old version. It's one of the research projects I decided to take over from our mutual friend in preparation for your arrival. I think there's still plenty of room for improvement, though. You know, Sam, we've actually got something in common. Dooms. I can hear the waves of the beach, and sense the flow of tar in the Earth's crust. This is what led me to suspect that water might be circulating between the beach and our world. As I immersed myself in my research, I also discovered that my body had begun to undergo certain changes. I had developed a condition that affected me every 21 minutes. I know, just like a certain someone. Our symptoms are a little different, though. First of all, only Doom's sufferers seem to develop them. In my particular case, I vomit every 21 minutes due to a form of gastric reflex spasm syndrome. The muscles of my stomach cease to function properly for a time, and everything in my system comes back up. I'd rather others didn't see this, so I keep to myself in the back room. That's where I was when you first came to this laboratory. I'm sorry I wasn't able to greet you properly then. I hope I can call on you again. Please, tell our friend I say hello.
Order completed. Well done.
Establish delivery route.
Order accepted. Thank you. Vehicle ready.